Good morning, students. So we have started this chapter, force and pressure. In that we have discussed few topics, like we have discussed turning effect of the force, moment of the force. These two topics we have discussed in the previous week. So today we will discuss thrust and pressure and liquid and pressure. So first of all, what is thrust? So thrust is actually the force which is acting perpendicular to the surface. For example, whenever suppose you are standing on the ground, in that case the force which is exerting on the ground due to your foot or due to the weight of the body will be called as thrust, since it is acting perpendicular to the surface like this. So since thrust is a force, so we will use the same unit of the force that we are using, that is Newton, for the thrust as well. Other units of the thrust that we will use will be kilogram force and gram force. Next is pressure. So whenever you are standing on the ground and the force is acting perpendicular to the ground, in that case your body is exerting some pressure on the ground. So we will define pressure like pressure is actually force acting per unit area, or we can say the pressure is thrust acting per unit area. So since the pressure is force per unit area, so the unit of the pressure becomes Newton for the force and meter square for the area. So its unit will become force per unit area, or thus its unit will become Newton per meter square, or sometimes we call it as 1 Pascal. Now the way the solids exerts the pressure on the surface depends upon their area. The surface which is in the contact with the other surface, that surface is going to exert the pressure. But in case of the liquids and the gases exerts pressure on the walls of the vessel as well, and this consequences of this pressure we will discuss in the ongoing slides. Then the air also exerts some pressure on the objects, on all the objects, on our body also. That pressure we called it as atmospheric pressure. So the atmospheric pressure is expressed in a unit called atmosphere, and 1 atmosphere is equals to 1.013 into 10 raised to the power 5 Pascal, and a huge amount of force is acting on the human body, but that force has not been experienced by our body and we never feel discomfort. What is the reason behind this? That again we will discuss in the ongoing slides. So first we will discuss the factors which affects the pressure. So since pressure is thrust acting per unit area, so we can say that the pressure is actually directly proportional to the thrust or the force. The more is the thrust, the more will be the pressure. Again, we can also say that pressure is inversely proportional to the area on which the thrust is applied, since area is in the denominator. So lesser the area of contact, the more is the pressure. So now we will discuss the applications of the pressure in our everyday life. So suppose if the area is decreased, then what happens? The pressure is going to increase. So this is the most familiar example with you, a knife. So whenever we are using the knife, the desired thing is that knife should have the sharp edge. Why? Because if it is having the blunt edge, then the area will be much and it will not be easier to cut any item. Whereas when the edge is sharp, then in that case area of the contact is less, and due to which more pressure can be exerted, and hence the things can be easily sliced off or cut by using the sharpened knife like this. If you wish to cut an apple, then the knife that you are carrying, that knife should be sharp, not should be blunt. Then again, very familiar when, especially with the girls like to wear these pointed heels, but it is easier to walk on the ground while wearing the regular flat heels as compared to the pointed heels. Again, why? Because in case of the pointed heels, the area of contact is very less, Due to this area of the contact, the pressure is increased and it is difficult for a girl to walk while wearing the pointed heels. Now we will discuss few applications in which increase in area of contact is required. Like railway tracks are laid on the wooden, cemented or iron sleepers. So why railway tracks are laid on the wooden, cemented or iron sleepers? Again, the reason behind is since the train is having the greater amount of load as well as it is carrying the passenger, so load is definitely increased. So in order to distribute the load of the train over a large area of the ground, these railway tracks are laid on the wooden, cemented or iron sleepers so that the pressure distributed and it decreases and it prevents the sinking of the railway tracks into the ground. Next is, you must have seen the porters, they are always wearing the turban on their head. Now again, why they are wearing the turban on their head? The reason is again, as they are wearing the turban on their head, it increases the effective area of contact, and if this effective area of contact increases, then the pressure on their head decreases and they can carry the load without much discomfort. Then school bags. You all are carrying the school bags and you must have noticed your school bags are provided with the wide straps. Now why your school bags are provided with the wide straps? So they are provided with the wide straps so that the load of your bag distributed over the larger area and it will not be very discomfortable for a student to carry the bag. So these school bags are provided with the wide strap, so it makes it comfortable for the student to carry it. Next is foundations of high-rise building. So you must have seen the building, or if you have seen a building which is under construction. So when a high-rise building has been constructed, in that case the foundation of that building has been made wider. Like you can see in this picture, foundation has been made wider. Again, what is the reason? The reason is simply because the pressure is inversely proportional to the area. So when we increase this area, the pressure is decreased, and due to which the sinking of the building can be prevented very easily, since the building will having the greater amount of load, so that load can be decreased on the larger area. Then a camel. A camel can easily walk on sand as compared to a horse. Again, the reason behind this is that camel is having the broader feet. So the broader feet exert less pressure on the sandy ground and it becomes easier for the camel to walk. While the horse feet are not as broad as the camel, so it show a tendency to sink in the sand and it is difficult for the horse to walk on the sand due to because its feet are not as broad as the camel. Then skiers use long flat skis. So whenever you want to slide over the snow, that in that case you should have long flat skis, so that the area of the contact increases, and when the area of the contact increases, the lesser pressure will be on the snow and you will not be sinking in the snow, and you can slide very comfortably without sinking in the snow. So whenever you want to ski on the snow or slide on the snow, your skis should be long and flat. Then again, very familiar photo, you must have seen the trucks which are carrying the heavy loads. They are usually having the 6 to 8 tires instead of the conventional 4 tires. Now what is again the reason? Since they are carrying the heavy load, so that truck should not sink into the ground or that truck should not collapse. So when they are having the 6 to 8 tires, it is used in order to increase the area of contact between the tires and the road. So when this area of contact increases, then what happens? The pressure is decreased with a great amount, and the truck can be easily moved on the road without collapsing or without braking. Then few more things are there. You must have seen the war tanks. They are moved over the broad steel tracks called caterpillar tracks. Again, idea behind all these applications is we need to increase the effective area. So when the effective area is increased, in that case the pressure is decreased to a large amount. Now let's discuss the liquid pressure. So whenever the liquid is being filled inside the vessel, then the liquid exerts pressure on the base of the container and on all the bodies immersed in them due to its weight. So this is the liquid pressure. So whenever the liquid is filled inside the container, so molecules of the liquid are in the random motion, then they strike with the walls of the container, and to every collision these molecules exert a thrust on the walls of the container. So this is how the liquid exerts pressure on the walls of the container. So liquid also exerts pressure on the walls of the container due to the collision of its molecules with the wall. Like this, you can see in this photograph. So if the liquid is filled inside the container, then its molecules is going to exert the thrust or exerts the pressure due to the force which is acting on the surface of this container. So in this way the liquid exerts pressure on the walls of the container. Now factors which affects the liquid pressure. So the factors which affects the liquid pressure is first the depth of the liquid. The deeper of the liquid, the higher the pressure. For example, you can see in this photo, if you make a hole here, one hole here and one hole here, so in that case the pressure increases, the more pressure will be here. Why? Because the pressure increases with the depth. Or you must have seen your water tanks have been placed at the greater heights. Now what is the reason they are placed at the greater height? Again, to increase the height. So when the height increases, what happens? The pressure is increased. Then density of the liquid. The more dense the liquid, the higher pressure at the particular depth. For example, if you compare the liquid, like if you compare a oil or if you compare the water, in that case the density of the oil is much more than the density of this water. So the pressure of the liquid depends on the two facts, that is depth as well as density. But pressure of the liquid never depends upon the shape of the container. Whatever will be the shape of the container, the pressure at the same level for the same liquid will remain the same. Now next is buoyant force. So this force we have already discussed in the chapter 2, buoyant force. Again, whenever the object is immersed in a liquid, the pressure exerted by the liquid on the bottom surface of the object is more than the pressure exerted at its top surface. So due to this difference in pressure, a force always exerts on an object, and that force has a tendency to act in the forward direction. That force is actually known as the buoyant force, upward force. Okay, this force will always act in the upward direction. So why this buoyant force exists? Because of the excess pressure of the liquid on the bottom of the substance as compared to the liquid pressure from the top. Like this, you can see in this photograph. So due to the buoyant force, the force is acting, this W2 is acting, this W2 is actually buoyant force, and this W1 is the weight of the object. So it is always acts in the upward direction. Next, like I have said, that pressure will remain the same and it will not depend on the shape of the container. So a liquid seeks its own level. So suppose you have 5 types of vessel, and if you fill the same amount of liquid in all the vessels, then it will rise to the same height. Like you can see in this photograph, the water filled in any of the tube will first move to the horizontal pipe and then in the other tubes. So the level of the water will remain same for the same quantity of the water. So whenever you are using the vessel of any other shape, in that case the pressure will not dependent on the shape of the container. So let's see few consequences of liquid pressure. So wall of the dam has been made thicker at the bottom. So why the wall of the dam has been made thicker? Suppose is the dam and its wall is made thicker, because since the pressure increases with increase the depth, as the depth increases the pressure is going to increase. So there will be huge amount of pressure at the bottom. So in order to withstand this greater pressure, the walls of the dam are made thicker at the bottom. Then placing of water tanks at greater height at homes. So you all must be having the water tanks at home, and these water tanks are always placed at the highest places in the home. Why? Again, because as the height increases, what happens? The pressure will also increase, and as the pressure increases, the water can be flow smoothly to the different parts of the home, not at single part but at all parts of the home. Water can be supplied with the smoothness. Why? Because the water will having the maximum amount of pressure at the highest height, so you will get the smooth supply of water at different parts of the home. So these are the few consequences of the liquid pressure. In the next video we will discuss